safety is foundational, and safety will ultimately make the determination of how we go about educating our kids as we move into the fall and we work our way through this pandemic. Using data, using the foundational data that we have laid out county by county all throughout the state of California, we are now putting forth guidelines that say schools can physically open for in-person education when the county that they're operating in has been off our monitoring list for 14 consecutive days. If you've tuned into these daily briefings, you're very familiar with our monitoring list. I'll be updating that list later in the presentation today. But we are now putting forth guidelines that say, based on the data, based upon the background spread, the community spread of the virus, that if you are not on that monitoring list, you can move forward as a county if you choose to physically open your campus, physically open your schools. However, schools that don't meet this requirement, they must begin the school year this fall through distance learning. Number two, and I'm going to get to that in a moment. Number two, we're putting forth a new mask requirement in the state. All school staff and students, all staff and students in third grade and above must wear masks. Students in the second grade or below, we strongly encourage wearing masks and face shields. I have a very young son, Dutch, and caregivers, when he first saw masks, he naturally recoiled. A lot of caregivers now have face shields, and he can see their expressions, their humanity, and that's why we put specifically guidance out as it relates to not just masks, but face shields. There's a requirement that we test on a rotating basis a cohort of staff on a consistent basis.